Hi, in this video, this is going to be a little bit lengthy because it's on the topic of assignments in Google Classroom. There's lots of different scenarios here. And so because of that, I'm going to set up a timestamp scenario right here where you can see exactly what items you need. And so I'm going to break this down into a lot of different chunks. I'm going to talk about adding attachments that you can view in an assignment. I'm going to set it that there are scenarios where students would need a copy of a document, and also not only that, but how to set up those collaborative spaces so that way students can edit the same document. And then also, what do you do about Google Forms to make quizzes? And so this is not a comprehensive video on Google Forms by any means. I'm just going to show you if you had created a Google form, it's going to be very quick. So in this video, like I said, you can use the timestamp to determine exactly what it is you need. I didn't want to do this in separate videos because otherwise it gets a little tedious to jump from video to video to video. So you can just pick and choose exactly what it is that you are needing. So I'm going to start with can view documents in an assignment. So first off, in an assignment, what you'll notice right off the bat is that you have a stream and the assignments have been removed from the stream, or at least creating them from the stream. They will appear here when you do create an assignment, and when you do, it'll show up like so. It'll give a little clipboard and it'll say that you've posted an assignment, and it'll take you directly to that assignment. They did that so that way they could clean up the stream, and so that way assignments didn't get mixed up so much. I'm going to go to the classwork tab here, so that way I can start creating an assignment. All assignments need to be created here, and this is where you need a give and take of some work so that way students can turn something in. I'm going to click on Create Assignment, and I'm going to give you the first scenario. Okay, so I have here a resource document. That's what we're just attaching. I only want them to view this document. You can then give some instructions, and then you can also set the point value, or you can even leave it ungraded. I'm going to set a due date. You should always set due dates because then it integrates with Google Calendar wonderfully. So I'm going to set the due date for Friday on this one. I'm going to set the topic, and you can set it as assignments. You can create a new topic, whatever the subject area is. So if it was an animal project, you would have all your animal resources, materials, questions, and assignments directly underneath the animal topic. Since I'm talking about assignments here, I'm going to select the assignments topic. And then I'm going to attach my document. And I love doing this all through Google Drive. So I had created a document in Google Drive before this. And here they are. They're in the most recent. But you can also search your entire Google Drive by clicking on My Drive, or you can search directly right here to find your document. And they have advanced search options as well, which really helps you narrow down what you're looking for exactly. So if it's a video or a document or a PDF file, you can narrow down what it is you're specifically looking for. I'm going to go back to recent in this case because I know that I just recently made it. So I will select important information here because that's the document I have wanted to attach for the students. And then I gave them the directions that they're going to need to create their own slides presentation. And in slides, they're going to share what they learned. And then I'm going to assign this. So I'll go ahead and assign it. And then I will show you what it looks like for the student. So here the student will see that the stream is updated. They can click on show so they can see it. And so here it shows that there's a new assignment. I'm going to go to the classwork tab because underneath the assignments topic, I can see that there is this assignment. I'm going to click on it, and I can get more specific by clicking on view assignment and then jump right in. So now the student can just view this document. They can't do anything with it other than view the document. It gives them some links. You can create Google Docs to be able to organize resources for them and give them overviews. And I just link those pictures directly. So that way it takes me to the resource. Once the student is finished, then the student can merely create their slides presentation straight from here. So when they click on this down arrow, they have the option to open up or create a brand new Google Docs, slides, or sheets or drawings project. I'm going to click on slides. The student would then click on the document. It has their name attached to it. They could work on the document. When the student is finished, they close out of the slides. They can hit turn in, and then the teacher receives it. So let's go back to the teacher screen. Now that I'm in the teacher screen, I can go back to that assignment. I can see that one student has turned it in, and I'm able to view that document like so. We'll get into grading at another time. For today, I'm going to click out of this. So let's go on to another scenario. Let's say that you want students to have a copy of the document that you created, and you want them to type directly on it and have their own version of it. So I'm going to go to the classwork tab. I'm going to create a new assignment. I'm going to give it a title. I have the point value set. I'm going to set a due date, set a topic, choose my document from Google Drive, and it can be a Google Slides presentation. And then over here, you'll see that there is a drop-down. In this scenario, I'm going to make a copy for each student because I want each student to have their own version of the slides presentation. I will assign, and now this assignment is created and it moved to the bottom because I gave a brand new topic. Let's see what it looks like for the student. They'll see that there is a new assignment posted here. I could click here if I wanted to get to it, or I can go back to the classwork to see how they're organized. Either way is appropriate. Click on View Assignment, and you'll see that the slides are available here. In the Can View version, the slides would appear here or the document would appear up here. But when it's your work, it appears under here. The student would click on the slides presentation and do the work. The student then would return to Google Classroom by clicking on the tab and hit Turn In. Let's go back to the teacher screen, and the teacher can easily go back to the assignment, see who has turned it in and who has not. In this next scenario, I'm going to talk about how you can create collaborative spaces as well. I'm going to click back on the new Google Classroom, the title of my classroom, click on Classwork, and I'm going to scroll to the top and hit Create Assignment. And I'm going to give it a title. So I gave some instructions. I have a point total, and I'm going to set this one as ungraded so you can see that. And I'm going to set a due date. And I'm going to set a topic. I'm going to select my document from Google Drive. And here is where the magic happens. I need to switch this from Students Can View to Students Can Edit the File and Assign. So let's look at the student view. When I switch to the student view, I'll go to the classwork, go to my collaborative document, and I can view the document here, or I could have clicked on the document right there. You'll see that it does not say your work and have the document. It has it up here because either view documents or editable documents that the student does not own will appear up here. They click on the document, then whichever students you assign this document to can then work on the same document at the same time. When students are finished, they don't have anything that they need to turn in because there's no work assigned. They can just mark it as done when they are finished with the collaborative document. If there were additional documents that the teacher would want them to add, the student could then add the item from Google Drive or create a document, slide, sheet, or drawing from here. For now, I'm going to mark it as done. Now that I'm back on the teacher screen, the last item that I'm going to discuss is Google Forms. Again, I need to be on the Classwork tab and I need to create an assignment to push out a Google form. Google Forms are pretty simple because when you build the Google form, you can create a quiz and you just attach it like you would any other assignment. I will click on the assignment. I can set a point total if necessary, set a due date, give it a topic, and select it from Google Drive. Here's my Google Forms quiz. I will add it. And I have this wonderful option to import the grades directly from Google Forms into Google Classroom. I love this feature, so I'm going to keep this on and assign it. So let's see what it looks like for the student. The student can see the assignment in the stream, or they can visit the classwork tab. This time, just for fun, I'm going to start in the stream. When they click on it, it goes straight to the assignment, and I'm able to click on the form and complete the quiz. When the student is finished, depending on how you have your Google Form set, they may be able to see their results. Let's go back to the teacher. As the teacher can see this assignment. I'd given it the topic of assignments, so it's under assignments. Click on Google Form Quiz, and I can see that it's automatically turned in. If I want to view the responses, I can see that directly here in Google Classroom just by clicking on View Responses. I get a summary of the results in my class. I can see individual questions and all the responses all in a row, or I can also switch to individual responses, and I can pick which student I want to see. When I'm finished with this quiz, I need to release the score, and I can pick who this goes to, send emails, and release. And those are different ways that you can create assignments in Google Classroom.